Okay, good evening. Good evening, my dear students. Good evening once again to the new session. Okay, in the probability, okay, and random variables, my dear students. Myself is Dr. B.N. Rao, having 17 years of the pure teaching experience, my dear students. Okay, out of this particular experience from last 10 years I was supposed to be teaching the various subjects in the departments of electronics and communications and instrumentation, the subject like communication systems, okay, core instrumentation, electronic devices and VLSI design, my dear students. Okay, which is very important. Okay, at the gate and engineering services level, my dear students. Okay, for these particular examinations I am going to teach you that particular subjects. Okay, so nearly I dealt 200 plus branches across all the locations of the India. Okay, and moreover recently I received the PhD in the department of ECE under low power VLSI design from one of the reputed university of Andhra Pradesh, my dear students. Okay, this is the general things just I would like to bring it to your notice before entering into the subject, my dear students. Okay, similarly, my dear students, when comes into the once again, welcome to the most reputed platform Unacademy. Here the two subscriptions are there, my dear students. When comes into the Unacademy, one is called iconic subscription, second one is plus subscription. Okay, if you are going to take the iconic subscription, my dear students, a personal coach is dedicated for each and every student. He is going to explain the subject in a detailed manner, starting from the basics to the till end, with respect to the detailed study planner of his or her subject, as far as the gate and engineering service is concerned, my dear students. Okay, when comes to the iconic subscription, you are going to receive the expert guidelines from the topmost educators of the Unacademy, my dear students. Okay, similarly engineering service level, mains level guidance also you are going to get in this particular iconic subscription. Means iconic subscription is one of the beautiful and dedicated subscription, my dear students. Okay, similarly for plus subscription, my dear students, if you are going for this particular subscription, when you are taking this one, you can access the live classes from the topmost educators of the Academy, my dear students. Okay, here also you can practice unlimited test series over here, my dear students, with respect to the structured timetable. With respect to the structured timetable, my dear students. Okay, this is one more important thing. Just I would like to bring it to your notice as far as the plus subscription is concerned. Okay, both subscriptions are very important in getting a good rank, my dear students, at par at the gate and engineering services level. Similarly, my dear students, if you want to listen any classes, okay, free classes or the paid classes, first you need to install the Unacademy learning app, my dear students, which you are going to install. Go for your mobile and Play Store and type Unacademy learning app, my dear students, then install it in your app, my dear students. Okay, this is the next one more important thing, just I would like to bring it to your notice. These are the various steps how to install the app, my dear students. Okay, similarly gate and engineering services, my dear students, for plus subscription for 12 months the fee structure is 27,225 and you can use my code and get the discount. Okay, these are the plus subscription, that is fee structures. Okay, for 18 months for plus subscription 34,650 and you can use my code and get the discount. Okay, similarly for 24 months the fee structure is 39,600 and you can use my code and get the discount, my dear students. Okay, when you are going to take it these particular subscriptions, okay, for plus. Okay, similarly my dear students, for iconic subscription, if you are going to take this particular subscription for 12 months, the fee structure is 45,225 and you can use my code and get the discount. Okay, similarly for the same iconic subscription for 24 months the fee structure is 66,600 and you can use my code and get the discount, my dear students. Okay, similarly the plus batches for these particular subscription is taken by the top educators, my dear students. Okay, who will be under the departments of electrical and ECE, my dear students. So the faculties are going to teach you already batch D, that is Target Engineering Services Prelims 2021 electrical started. It will be teaching in English and Hindi December 7th. Okay. Again, rank booster batch for GATE 2021 batch D. My dear students, November 30th already it has been started. Again, Target Engineering Services Prelims 2021 electrical batch C, my dear students, already November 20th it has been started. Okay. Another is rank booster batch for GATE 2021 batch B, my dear students. It is also started and this is also started teaching in English and Hindi, my dear students. Okay. Now you have remember what are the points I told you, my dear students, at par at the the Unacademy subscriptions, my dear students. Okay. Similarly, these are all the batches that is dealt by these particular faculties. Similarly, there are certain batches which is going to start from 21st of the December, and that batch name is called Ascent for GATE 2023. It is also teaching in English and Hindi by the topmost educators in ECE, my dear students, for batch A. For batch A, these are the faculties, my dear students. Okay. Similarly, Ascent for the GATE 2023 and batch C A, my dear students, for ECE. I told you this particular batch also. Similarly, Ascent for GATE 2023 electrical batch. It will be taught in English and Hindi, my dear students. Okay. This is also starting from 21st of the December, my dear students. Okay. Similarly, GATE crash course, my dear students, running successfully on Saturdays and Sundays in the Unacademy Telugu channel. Mana channel lo, my dear students. Okay. Unacademy Telugu channel lo almost all, my dear students. Okay. Manaki various batches almost all start అయిపోయాయి. So Saturday, Sundays crash batches start అవుతాయి. So once again, my dear students, welcome to the Unacademy Telugu channel. Okay, for good evening session. Okay, good for this particular session. Okay, I think these are all the topmost educators. Bhim Shankar sir, he is teaching networks and digital electronics. Professor Krishna sir is teaching mathematics, and Sharma sir is teaching, my dear students. Okay, what I told you is what, my dear students, aptitude, and myself in weekdays communications, weekend CDC, and Banu Prakash sir and Surendra sir is teaching the core subjects of electrical like machines, power electronics, and power systems, my dear students. Okay, similarly, Unacademy Telugu channel December month schedule, my dear students, for communications 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m, machines 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m, engineering mathematics 5:45 to 6:45 p.m, power systems 7 to 8 p.m, aptitude 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m, my dear students. Weekdays and weekends, as I told you, power electronics, EDC, and aptitude, the respective timings from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. by the core subjects of EC and electrical, and aptitude, my dear students, 7 p.m. to the 9 p.m. Similarly, crash course EDC, my dear students, every Saturday and Sunday 4 p.m. to 6 p.m, my dear students. This crash course is also going to be launching, my dear students. Okay, and legendary educator is going to join soon in our Unacademy, my dear students. Okay, very important over here. Okay, similarly, these are all the general things just I would like to bring it to your notice. Okay, so ఇక్కడ ఇంకో పారామీటర్ చెప్తున్నా. ఓకే, ప్రాబబిలిటీ అండ్ ర్యాండమ్ వేరియబుల్స్ లో ప్రీవియస్ సెషన్ అంటే నిన్నటి సెషన్ లో మనము వాట్ ఈస్ క్యుములేటివ్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఫంక్షన్ లేకుంటే క్యుములేటివ్ దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ క్యుములేటివ్ ప్రాబబిలిటీ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఫంక్షన్ అండ్ ప్రాబబిలిటీ డెన్సిటీ ఫంక్షన్ గురించి మనము చూసాం నాన్న. ఓకే, ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ కూడా చేసాము. ఓకే, నౌ ఇన్ దిస్ పర్టికులర్ సెషన్ I am going for the some more other functions, my dear students, as far as the GATE and engineering services that is syllabus is concerned, my dear students. Okay, that particular one is called, next one is exponential density function. Exponential density function, my dear students. Okay, so generally I told you in the previous session, my dear students, two functions are there: exponential distribution and exponential density function. Okay, always distribution functions, okay, it is represented by capital F of x, my dear students. Okay, and always the cumulative distribution function or probability distribution functions we are representing with the capital F of x. Okay, but probability density function, small letter. Okay, probability density function is represented by small f of x, my dear students. small f of x. Okay, now in this particular class, so I am going to tell you, my dear students, మీకు ఒక్కొక్కటి చెప్తాను ఎలా ఉంటాయి వీటి రిప్రజెంటేషన్స్. లెట్ మీ డిపిక్ట్ యూ ఇన్ ఎ డీటెయిల్ మేనర్, మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్. ఓకే, సో ఈ ఎఫ్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ ఓకే ఎలా రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తారు జనరల్గా ఎక్స్పోనెన్షియల్ డికేయింగ్ ఫంక్షన్. దాని తర్వాత ఈ ఫంక్షన్స్ ఎలా ఉంటాయని రాసేసి వాటి గ్రాఫ్స్ చూసి వాటి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ చేద్దాం. వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు సాల్వ్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ ఫంక్షన్ ఈజ్ వాట్, మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్, టూ ఫంక్షన్స్ అని చెప్పాయి కదా. I am going to take it the two functions. రెండు ఫంక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి ఒకటేమో f of x which is equal to a into, my dear students, a into e power minus ax into ux. Also you can write represent with ux. This is what probability density function, p d f, my dear students. Okay, probability density function, my dear students, the way of representation. Okay, when comes to the graph, my dear students, this is the graph. This is the graph, my dear students. Okay, this is what the graph representation. Graph representation, my dear students. Okay, then what happens? Representation, and this is what, my dear students, f of x with respect to the x, my dear students. Okay, this is f of x, this is the value, my dear students. Okay, and this is the representation. I told you always probability density function is indicated by the small letter. Okay, it is indicated by what, my dear students? It is indicated by the small letter, my dear students. Okay, it is indicated by what? F of x, my dear students. Okay, similarly this is over. Next one is CDF, or cumulative distribution function, or it is also called probability density function. How we are representing? Okay, and here capital F of x equal to, my dear students, 1 minus e power minus e of x into u of x, my dear students. Okay, into u of x. U of x, my dear students. Okay, how we are representing? This is also very, very important. I told you this is a formula, my dear students. You have to remember the expressions, how we are having the probability density function, and see in the exponential forms. Okay, both, my dear students. Okay, and this one itself is what? This is capital F of x, my dear students, with respect to the x, my dear students. Okay, with respect to the x, my dear students. Okay, like that it is there, my dear students, over here. Okay, now for these particular functions, my dear students, I am going to calculate the various. Okay, based upon this particular one, we are going to solve the various problems, my dear students. Okay, so how the problems we are going to get, let me go for the one by one problem, my dear students. Okay, the first problem itself is, I told you, is very, very important over here. Okay, previous year questions we are representing, my dear students, on this one. Okay, next one is the problem. My dear students, okay, very, very important over here. Wait a minute, my dear students. All this. Wait a minute, my dear students, only 2 minutes. Now the questions, my dear students, listen carefully. The question, my dear students. Okay, now he has given a probability density function of a what kind of variable? That is a continuous random variable. Okay, what is, my dear students? That is a continuous random variable. Okay, he has given a probability density function of a continuous random variable. My dear students, f of x equal to a into e power minus b into x. He has given like this, my dear students. Okay, he has given f of x equal to a into e power minus b into x, my dear students, if x is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, and all it is nothing but 0 when, my dear students, if x equal to 0. Okay, like that he has given the question. Okay, now he is asking what is the relationship between these two. He is asking what is the determine the relationship between a and b. What is the relationship that is existing between the parameters a and b? He is asking, my dear students. Okay, now he has given this particular one, f of x equal to a into e power. This is the value. Okay, probability density function. I told you the properties in the previous class. I told you the properties in the previous class, my dear students. Okay, so what are the particular properties? I told you always the integration of minus infinity to infinity into f of x into dx equal to 1, my dear friends, which is equal to 1. But here these limits will be changed. Minus infinity to infinity should be changed to x is greater than or equal to 0, means 0 to infinity. Okay, and it is 0 less than, so we are not taking that one. So generally we are representing like this. Okay, minus infinity to 0. Okay, f of x dx plus, my dear students, 0 to, okay, 0 to infinity into f of x dx, my dear students, like that you are getting. Okay, which is equal to 1. But this value is becoming, this is becoming what, my dear students? 0. 0, my dear students. You are getting this particular value equal to 0. Then what happens? Okay, only the second term will be remaining, my dear students. Okay, then integration of 0 to infinity, my dear students, into f of x dx. What is this f of x into dx, my dear students? Equal to 1. Then it will be, write down this particular one in between the limits. Okay, then it will be 0 to infinity into a into e power minus bx into dx equal to 1, my dear students. Okay, when you are doing the integration, my dear students, what you are going to get over here, very very important over here, my dear students, you are going to integrate, then you are getting the value itself is, I am writing directly, do the integration, minus a by b, my dear students, into minus 1 equal to 1, and the relation equal to a equal to b, my dear students. A equal to b. A is a equal to b, my dear students. Okay, this is the question that has been asked in the previous paper. Means the probability density function of a continuous random variable f of x equal to, has given this particular one. Okay, now he is asking what is the relationship, my dear students. Okay, the relation is equal to a equal to b, my dear students. Okay, like that we need to solve the problems over here based upon these concepts. Okay, similarly one more problem, my dear students. The question he has given the PDF. The probability density function of a random variable. He has given, my dear students, that is given by random variable f of x equal to, he has given is 2 into e power minus 2x. He only given, my dear students. Okay, he is asking the two parameters, find the probability. Okay, the value of the x is less than or equal to 2, and second one is the probability, my dear students, one is less than or x is less than or equal to 2. Okay, first let me find these particular one, my dear students, in between the limits. Okay, in between the limits of 0 to, okay, first I want to find out the probability of this one, f of x equal to, what kind of expression you are getting. First write down in between the limits. I am writing for 0 to x. Later I will substitute the x values. Okay, into 2 into e power minus 2x into dx. Okay, now bring back 2 outside, my dear students. Okay, so it becomes e power minus 2x divided by minus 2, and the limits are my dear students, limits are what? Limits are 0 to x only, my dear students. Okay, you can represent in this and this gets cancelled out, my dear students. Okay, then you are getting f of x equal to, when you are substituting this particular value, okay, keep it minus outside, then it will be e power 2x. Okay, e power minus 2x, x is there, minus again, my dear students, which is equal to again e power 0, which is equal to minus 1. Okay, you are getting this particular value equal to 1 minus e power minus 2x. 1 minus e power minus 2x, my dear students. You are going to get in this particular fashion. Okay, similarly, now substitute. Now you have to go for these parameters. Substitute these parameters, my dear students. Okay, very very important. After substituting only, we are going to do the next parameter. Okay, so here this is the parameter you are getting, my dear students. Next, what I am doing, what are the value you are getting? F of x equal to, what is the value of f of x you are getting? 1 minus e power, okay, minus into 2x. Okay, first parameter, probability x is less than or equal to 2, means it is equal to 2, my dear students. Substitute 2 here, then it becomes, what happens, 1 minus e power minus 4. Similarly, the probability 1 is less than, x is less than 2, my dear students. Okay, then you are getting 1 is this one, so 1 minus, okay, I substitute the value in between, 1 is less than, x is less than 2, my dear students. Okay, this formula is what I already told you in the previous class, properties of the probability density function. This is f of 2 minus f of 1, okay, which is equal to 2 value, substitute here in this particular one. Okay, then it is equal to 1 minus e power minus 4 minus, okay, minus 1 minus e power minus 2. Okay, then you are getting, my dear students, what kind of value you are getting? You are getting e power minus 2 minus e power minus 4. You are getting in this particular fashion, my dear students. Okay, the answer, the final answer is this one. These are the questions, the previous year questions based upon what, my dear students? The probability, what function? The probability density function, my dear students. Okay, and I told you always the probability density function indicated by small f of x, and the capital letter itself is a probability distribution function or cumulative distribution function, my dear students. Okay, is that clear, everyone over here? Okay, similarly, I am going for the next function, my dear students. Laplacian density function. These are all the standard distribution functions, my dear students. Okay, all these things are the standard distribution functions, my dear students. Okay, how the Laplacian function is there, just I am going to depict you in a detailed manner over here, my dear students. Okay, so every parameter is pretty important over here. Okay, Laplacian density function is there, my dear students. How we are representing that particular one? Okay, so f of x equal to density only, okay, which is equal to a into e power minus b of mod of x, and minus infinity is less than, x is less than infinity. Okay, this is, my dear students. Okay, this is what, this is mod of x is equal to plus x. When it is plus x, my dear students, this is a into e power minus b into x, mod x is equal to plus x when x is greater than 0. Okay, similarly, a into e power b into x and mod of x equal to minus x when x is less than 0, my dear students. Okay, when x is less than 0, my dear students. Okay, similarly, so ultimately what I am writing over here, my dear students, I am representing this chart. I am representing this particular chart, my dear students. My dear students, okay, this is f of x, my dear students, with respect to the x. How the graph is there? The graph will be this side a into x is less than 0. This is x is greater than 0. A into e power of b of x, my dear students, and this is a into e power of minus b into x, my dear students. Okay, these are all the important things. Just I would like to bring it to your notice, my dear students. Okay, similarly, okay, you got it how I done this one. Okay, so these are the general parameters. Just I am going to bring it over here. Okay, now based upon this one also one question has been asked, my dear students, what is the relationship between a and b? Okay, here also the question itself is that this is whatever the Laplace function he has given, my dear students. Now he is asking the relationship between a and b. The question relationship between a and b, my dear students. Okay, what kind of relationship you are getting between a and b, my dear students? Okay, so here I am going to take it, the general function is what? Minus infinity to infinity into f of x into dx equal to 1, which is equal to, but here what kind of function? X is less than 0 means here minus infinity to 0, my dear students, f of x dx plus 0 to infinity into f of x dx, which is equal to 1, my dear students, which is equal to 1. Then what happens, my dear students? Substitute here minus infinity to 0, that is x is less than 0 parameter. Less than 0 means this one, a into e power bx, okay, into dx plus 0 to infinity, my dear students, a into e power minus bx into dx, my dear students. Okay, then what is the value? This value is equal to 1, my dear students. Okay, this particular value is equal to 1. So when you are doing these things, my dear students, so how we are getting the answer is pretty important over here. Okay, so the important thing I am writing in the next page, my dear students. So what are the values you are getting is pretty important. See, take it a common outside, a into e power bx divided by b in between the limits minus infinity to 0, my dear friends. Again, a into e power minus bx by minus b in between the limits of 0 to infinity, which is equal to 1, my dear students. Okay, then what is the value? This value you are going to get, my dear students. See here, a by b into 1, e power infinity is 0. Okay, so what is minus infinity? Okay, nothing but minus a by b into, my dear students, what kind of value? 0 to minus 1, which is equal to 2a equal to b, my dear students. Okay, 2a equal to b, and what is the value? A equal to b by 2, my dear students. Okay, a equal to b by 2, my dear students. Okay, you need to remember in that particular fashion, my dear students, over here. Okay, over here, my dear students. Okay, similarly over here, my dear students, like this we can do over here. Okay, similarly my dear students, like that we are going to do the problem over there, my dear students. Okay, similarly like that we need to do over here, my dear students. Okay, similarly before going for the next problem, once again, next problem, my dear students, next problem, my dear friends, very important one, the very important problem that is based upon the important parameters that look likes to be the very important one. Do solve it, my dear friends. Just a small little bit small issue. My dear students, do the problem. Sorry, small issue. Now it is resolved. Okay. Thank you, my dear students. Next continuation. Next concept, my dear students, very, very important one. Now, P by Q, which we have done now only, that is on the Laplace and density function, we have finished now only, my dear students. The relationship that you are getting is A equal to B by 2. Okay, similarly, next one is very, very important topic. What are the statistical averages of a random variable? Very, very important, my dear students. Okay, these averages are pretty important for any particular random variable. Okay, what kind of averages we are going to solve it? All these things we are going to discuss in a detailed manner. Okay, now I told you that what is the difference between a random variable and random process. Okay, a variable which is always independent of time, okay, which is called a random variable. Okay, any variable which is independent of time is a random variable. Any variable which is depending on the time is called what? A random process. Which is dependent on time is called a random process. Okay, first we need to study about the statistical averages of the random variable. Very, very important, my dear students. Okay, the statistical averages of the random variable are classified into four. Okay, one is mean or average value, second one is mean square value, third one is variance, fourth one is standard deviation. Fourth one is a standard deviation, my dear students. Okay, first one is mean or average value. Mean or average value, my dear students. Okay, what is mean or average value? Okay, very, very important, all these particular formulas in solving the problems. Okay, mean always represented by, see here, x bar, or you can represent with the expected variable of x, which is equal to x bar, or represented by m1, or it can be written as FOM, first order movement. First order movement, my dear friends, and the formula for the mean is minus infinity to infinity into x into f of x into dx, my dear friends. Okay, x into f of x into dx. So mean or average value is always a first order movement, my dear students. Okay, what does the mean represents? What does the mean represents? Okay, mean always represents what, my dear students? It is representing mean. Very, very important, what are the points I am telling you? Okay, mean always represents, my dear friends, DC component of the random signal. DC component of the random signal. Mean always represents the DC component of the random signal, my dear students. Okay, very, very important. The mean value is the first statistical average, my dear students. Okay, next is statistical average. Mean square value. What does the mean square value represents, my dear students? Okay, mean square value always represents, my dear students, the very, very important thing itself is that is the representation. How it will be means, it is represented by x, my dear students, square, this one, which is equal to e of x square, which is equal to m2, which is equal to second order movement. Okay, what is this? This is the m2, that is mean square value is always the second order movement. The formula is minus infinity to infinity x square into f of x into dx. X square into f of x into dx, my dear students. Okay, this is one more important parameter that you need to remember over here. So mean square value, what does it represents, my dear students? Okay, always this value I'm going to use where, my dear students? ఒక్కసారి digital communications వెళ్ళండి అన్న. Digital communications లో ఎక్కడ వాడనిది? I'm going to use this particular one where, my dear students, I have used in signal to quantization noise ratio of PCM system. To calculate the quantization noise power, I have used this formula. To calculate the quantization noise power, I have used this particular formula, my dear students. Okay, so for that particular I am using. So always the mean square value represents, what does it represents, my dear students? It is representing the total power of the random signal. The total power of the random signal, my dear students. Okay, this is about the mean square value, second parameter, my dear students. Okay, similarly third parameter statistical averages is variance. What does the variance represents, my dear students? Okay, variance is represented by sigma square, which is equal to E of this is variance, my dear students. Okay, it can be represented with variance. Variance, the formula for the variance itself is very very important, m2 minus m1 square. This is the formula for the variance, means mean square value minus mean square. This m2 is a mean square value, m1 is mean square. Okay, so it represents what, my dear students? It represents AC power, my dear students. Okay, it is representing what, my dear students? AC power of the random signal. AC power of the random signal, my dear students. Fourth one, standard deviation. Standard deviation, my dear students, means the square root of the variance, my dear students. Square root of variance, which is equal to E into x minus, okay, x bar whole square, which is equal to, my dear students, m2 minus m1 square. m2 minus m1 square, my dear students. This is means the square root of this particular one is called this one. What does the standard deviation represents? The standard deviation represents, my dear students, very very important, it represents the RMS value of the AC component. It represents RMS value AC component. Now based upon this particular question, we are going to solve the various problems, my dear students. Okay, how to determine the statistical averages, my dear students. Okay, let me go for it in a detailed manner. Okay, now the question, now we are going to solve all the problems based upon the till now finished concepts, my dear students. Okay, now before going for the problems, first we need to study what are the properties of mean. Very very important, my dear students. Okay, how we are representing the mean, my dear students, very very important over here. Then before going for the problems, what are the properties of mean? Here the first property is E of k equal to k, my dear students, where k is a constant. K is a constant, and E of x can be written as x bar, my dear students. Okay, similarly E of x plus k equal to e of x plus e of k, but x is what? X bar. K is x bar plus k, my dear students. Similarly, e of x plus y equal to, my dear students, e of x plus e of y, my dear students, which is equal to x bar plus y bar, my dear students. Okay, and e of multiplication factor, which is equal to e of x into e of y, which is equal to, my dear students, x bar into y bar, x bar into y bar, my dear students. Okay, where here what is this one? X and y are independent random variables. So what are the variables? The variables are itself, my dear students. All these particular variables are independent variables, my dear students. Okay, now he has given the one question, 2019 paper. First we need to do the problem on this one, 2019 paper, my dear students. Very easy question. Such sort of questions, అప్పుడు ఇలాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ కూడా అడుగుతారా నేను కూడా డౌట్ పడ్డాను. చాలా ఈజీ క్వశ్చన్. See here, if x and y are, my dear students, you only given the random variables. Random variables, my dear students. Then here, what he has given, the question itself is, he has given two parameters. One parameter itself 2 into e of x, okay, plus e of y equal to 0. He has given the question. This is asked in 2019 paper, my dear students. Okay, 2019 paper, and e of x, okay, plus 2 into e of y equal to 33, my dear students. Okay, this is what he has given is first one. This he has given is second one, my dear students. Okay, now he is asking what is the value of e of x plus e of y. He is asking, my dear students, he is asking this one. Okay, then add these two, 1 plus 2, add these two, then it becomes 2x plus this 3 into e of x, my dear students. This is 2, this is 3 into e of y equal to 33. Taking 3 as common, my dear students, then what is the value of e of x plus e of y? E of x plus e of y equal to 11, like this. Very easy question, my dear students, which has been asked under the previous paper. Okay, which has been asked under the previous paper, my dear students. Is that clear up to here, everyone? Next, okay, chalo. Next question, my dear students. Next question is, PYQs on the statistical average of the random variable. The question he has given, a continuous random variable is uniformly distributed in the interval he has given, my dear students, minus 10 to 10. Already I told you in the previous class regarding the uniform density function. Okay, now he is asking determine statistical averages. Determine the statistical averages means he has given a continuous random variable which is uniformly distributed in between these particular intervals, my dear students. Okay, so what is this one? So he has given a question Already I told you the previous class regarding the uniform density function, how we are going to do. Okay, this is the uniform density function for this particular question. See here, this is f of x with respect to the x, my dear students. This is minus 10 to 10, my dear students. Okay, minus 10 to 10, my dear students. Okay, these are all the, okay. So what is this? This is a, this is b, this is slope 1 by b minus a. Okay, 1 by b minus a means this value is 1 by 20, my dear students. Okay, you are getting 1 by 20, my dear students. Okay, so here what I told you, if I am going to write down the value of f of x equal to 1 by 20, my dear students, in between the limits of minus 10 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 10, my dear students. Okay, this is the point we are getting. Now he is asking all the averages. First average is what, my dear students? Mean value. Mean value is represented by m1. Okay, m1 equal to, what is the formula, my dear students? The limits are minus 10 to 10, my dear students, x into f of x dx. F of x equal to this 1 by 20, my dear students. Okay, 1 by 20 into, my dear students, x equal to x square by 2. Then it becomes minus 10 to 10, my dear students. Okay, then it will be how much you are getting? 0. You are getting 0, my dear students. Okay, similarly, if I am going to take it m2, mean is completed. Mean is completed, my dear students. Okay, now I am going for the mean square value. m2, my dear students. Okay, mean square value. If I am going for the mean square value, my dear students, very, very important. Okay, so what is the formula for the mean square value? Minus limits minus 10 to 10 into x square into f of x into dx. But f of x value is 1 by 20. 1 by 20, my dear students, which is equal to x cube by 3. In between the limits are minus 10 to 10. Then it will be, what is the value you are getting, my dear students? 1 by 20 into 1000 plus 1000 divided by 3, which is equal to 100 by 3. You are getting, what is the value, my dear students? 100 by 3. Okay, this is the parameters you are getting, my dear students, for this particular question. Similarly, next question. In that continuation, not next. Okay, you got the mean value. What is the mean value, my dear students? m1 equal to 0 and m2 equal to 100 by 3. Next, variance sigma square equal to m2 minus m1 square, my dear students. Okay, m2 minus m1 square. Okay, then the what is the value, my dear students? Again 100 by 3, and standard deviation equal to square root of variance, which is equal to 100 by 3. Okay, my dear students, like that the question. Okay, now one more important question, my dear students. This is finished here. Okay, similarly, the question is, determine the statistical averages SA, statistical averages, SA apostrophe S, okay, of a exponentially decaying density function, exponentially decaying density function, He has given the question f of x equal to, very, very important question, my dear students. I will tell you in the shortcut. F of x equal to b into e power minus bx, my dear students. If x is greater than or equal to 0 which is equal to 0 if x is less than 0. If x is less than 0, my dear students. Okay, very very important question, my dear students. Okay, listen carefully. So here he has given all the particular parameters. అయితే ఇలా క్వశ్చన్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు వాడు ఇచ్చేది అన్నీ కావాలంటాడు. అంటే ఫస్ట్ మెయిన్ వాల్యూ m1 కావాలి. m1 కావాలి కాబట్టి ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఇది ఎటు 0 కాబట్టి 0 నుంచి ఇన్ఫినిటీ వేసుకున్నాం. 0 to infinity ఇంటూ f of x ఇంటూ x ఇంటూ f of x ఇంటూ dx కదా. x ఇంటూ f of x ఇంటూ dx, మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్. అంటే మీరు ఏం చేయాలి? 0 to infinity, మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్, x ఇంటూ b ఇంటూ e పవర్ మైనస్ bx ఇంటూ dx. అంటే ఈ b వాల్యూ బయట తీసుకురండి. b బయట తీసుకొస్తే 0 to infinity, మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్. సో x ఇంటూ b పవర్, ఓకే, ఈజ్ ఇట్ రైట్? రైట్. x ఇంటూ, మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్, x ఇంటూ e పవర్ మైనస్ bx ఇంటూ dx. ఓకే, ఇది. అయితే దీనికి ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ ఆఫ్ యూవీ ఫార్ములా వేయాలి. ఓకే, ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ ఆఫ్ యూవీ ఫార్ములా వేసి మీరు చేసేసరికి తెల్లారిపోతుంది, అంతే కదా. మీరు ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ ఆఫ్ యూవీ ఫార్ములా వేసి మీరు ప్రాబ్లం చేసేసరికి యూఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు గెట్ ద టైమ్, మోర్ టైమ్, మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్. అయితే దీన్ని నేను మీకు షార్ట్ కట్లో చెప్పేస్తున్నాను. ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు టెల్ యూ ఏ షార్ట్ కట్. షార్ట్ కట్ ఏంటంటే మీకు ఎప్పుడైనా కూడా, ఓకే, ఫార్ములా ఏంటంటే ఇది ఒక్క ఫార్ములా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. ఎందుకంటే మనము యూవీ వేసి అని చేస్తే టైం అవుతుంది. ఎఫ్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఇలా ఉన్నప్పుడు 0 to infinity ఉన్నప్పుడు, మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్, 0 to infinity ఉండి ఎక్స్ పవర్ ఎన్ ఇంటూ ఈ పవర్ మైనస్ బిఎక్స్ డిఎక్స్ ఉంటే ఏమైంది నాన్న అంటే ఎక్స్ పవర్ ఎన్ కదా. ఇది ఎన్ ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ డివైడెడ్ బై బి పవర్ ఎన్ ప్లస్ 1, బి పవర్ ఎన్ ప్లస్ 1. ఇది నాన్న ఫార్ములా. ఇది గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటే చాలు మీరు, ఇది మీరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటే చాలు నాన్న. సో ఇయర్ అల్టిమేట్లీ ఏం చేస్తాను? బి అనే ఫంక్షన్ ఐఎమ్ రిప్రజెంటింగ్ విత్ బి, మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్. బి తీసుకోండి, బీనే ఉంచండి. ఇక్కడ ఎక్స్ పవర్ ఎన్ వాల్యూ ఎంత? 1 అనమాట. ఏం లేదు కాబట్టి ఎన్ వాల్యూ ఈక్వల్ టు 1 వాల్యూ. సో ఈ మొత్తానికి ఏమొస్తుంది అన్న? 1 అయ్యండి. 1 పెడితే ఏమవుతుంది? ఎన్ ఈక్వల్ టు 1 పెడితే 1/b². ఓకే, డైరెక్ట్ మీరు చేయకుండే 1/b², మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్. ఓకే, 1/b², అంతే కదా. అప్పుడు ఏమైనా ఆన్సర్ 1/b, మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్. యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ 1/b, 1/b, మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్. ఓకే, సిమిలర్లీ 1/b ఇది మీకు వచ్చేసింది. ఓకే, వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్, మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్. ఓకే, సిమిలర్లీ మీన్ స్క్వేర్ వాల్యూ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, మీన్ స్క్వేర్ వాల్యూ, హౌ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ద మీన్ స్క్వేర్ వాల్యూ? m2 equal to integration of 0 to infinity into x square into f of x into dx. Okay, which is equal to 0 to infinity x square into, my dear students, b into e power minus bx into dx. Okay, which is equal to what you are getting, my dear students? Bring back b outside. 0 to infinity, my dear students, and x square into, okay, x square into, my dear students, x square into e power minus bx into dx. ఓకే, దీనికి ఏంది? 2 పెట్టండి. 2 పెడితే ప్రీవియస్ దాంట్లో ఏమైందన్న 2 పెడితే హియర్ 2 factor 2 into 1/3 n equal 2/b³. So what you are getting, my dear students? You are getting this one is b into 2/b³. Then answer is 2/b². Okay, is that clear, my dear students? What you are getting అంటే మీకు ఏమొచ్చింది? మీన్ వాల్యూ ఏమో 1/b వచ్చింది. ఓకే, m2 వాల్యూ ఏమో 2 by b square వచ్చింది. నెక్స్ట్ sigma square variance equal to 2 by b square minus, okay, that is m2 minus m1 square కదా. m2 minus m1 square which is equal to 2 by b square minus 1 by b square. You are getting these values 1 by b square. This is what, my dear students? This is a standard deviation. And finally variance, finally standard deviation is equal to the square root of variance, which is equal to 1 by b, my dear students, which is equal to 1 by b, my dear students. 1 by b, my dear students. Okay, very very important things. Just I would like to bring it your notice, my dear students. Okay, similarly, okay, like that we need to do the problem over here, my dear students, in that particular fashion. Okay, in that particular fashion, my dear students. Okay, similarly, what I am representing is this particular one over here. Okay, similarly, is that clear, my dear students, up to here, everyone? Is that clear up to here, everyone, my dear students? Is that clear? So, my dear students, in the next session, I am going for the one more important problem, my dear students. And all these particular things I am going to finish in the next session, my dear students. Thank you very much. Finally, what I am going to tell you itself is, my dear students, the number of, that is, followers in the Facebook, Instagram and Telegram day by day increasing as far as Unacademy is concerned, my dear students. Unacademy GATE Telugu channel, you are going to access the subject in 2 languages, Telugu and English, my dear students. And finally, my dear students, very very important thing itself is that India's #1 study channels are there, where you are going to access the subject for different languages, for different subjects, my dear students. And finally, thank you very much for attending the today's session, my dear students. Okay, thank you once again.